Has a bunch of tricky interactive spells, ways to give his creatures haste, and just kind of try to utilize that to basically kind of kill his opponents out of nowhere. So let's see if, oh, is this another Jake?
A stadium headliner?
Just, we're kind of Jake flooded here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Stadium Headliner is an awesome, awesome creature.
So cool.
I love this creature. 1 mana for a 1/1, and then when you attack, it's just got mobilize 1, and then you can also just use it as a removal effect once you litter
so
the
cool.
board. So it's such a good 1-drop.
I'm glad it doesn't attack face. Oh, well, it can attack face, but you know, its ability doesn't hit face. It's not like a fling built in.
That would cause problems.
Oh yes, yeah.
Thank goodness
Standard players
the play
would
design
revolt.
team knows what they're doing.
Yes. Here comes our Unsparing Boltcaster. Doesn't get to deal 5 to anything, but a 3/3 on turn 3, you're going to take it.
Yeah, if you don't have any other play,
Yeah.
you still just got to play it out there here.
Mardu Devotee hits the board here.
Some scrying here from Reid, but doesn't have a great attack here. Oh, maybe a removal spell? Oh, just going wide, making a 2/2 token here.
It's the Riling Dawnbreaker with a signaling roar.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward just with the sequencing there. You needed the extra white mana.
Yeah.
You'd like to scry after making the 2/2 token, but there's no
Yeah.
window where you can do that.
Yeah. All the little things that you have to think about when you're using mana fixers. I think that's a Marshal of the Lost, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, the 3/3 Death Toucher, and that's going to
Yeah.
attack for 4 here.
Yeah.
It gets creature gets +1 +X equal to the number of attacking creatures. It's very, very annoying if you're on the play with an aggressive start. It also works really well with Mobilize as long as you trigger it properly.
Yeah.
You want the Mobilize to resolve first, and then the +X effect to resolve afterwards.
It's especially annoying if they target a lifelinker and you have like 12 attacks.
Oh yeah, I just can't outrace that. Yeah.
Woo! I managed, but it was tough.
Right.
Alrighty. What does Reid have? Does he also have a Quarry Mountain Monastery?
He does.
Oh,
he
sweet.
does. Although probably this is not the place where you are interested in utilizing that.
Yeah.
It's that's kind of a the last thing you do once you cast all the other spells in your hand.
Absolutely. What does he have?
But Reid definitely on the back foot here. Jake's just got larger creatures in play. Like Reid just kind of can't even deal with the 3/3 that's on the play right now. Okay.
Quarry Mountain is land for turn.
All right.
Equilibrium Adept, our hero from the last one. And what's that, Osseous Exile?
Yeah, Jake's probably not going to block next turn, would be
Probably
my
not,
guess.
yeah.
But I imagine Jake's just going to look to attack. He's firmly ahead in the race here, 21-14, and can get pretty good attack in here.
Yeah, Death Toucher is tricky to block no matter what.
Yeah,
do.
you have to double block no matter what. So you can technically attack with both. You can give the 3/3 on the right, turn that into a 5/5 if you want. And then with the Death Touch, it's like, all right, if you want to trade your Devotee and your token for me, that's also fine. Ooh, never.
Hey, Fleeting Effigy.
We just talked about that card. Now that's +3/+3. He's going to pump the Effigy here.
Wow. Huh.
As well, okay. And if Jake has like a trick here, that's going to be really tough.
Yeah.
So that's a 5/5 Effigy here,
Jesus.
attacking. And Reid at this point, not really in a position to play around much. I think he's just going to try to make the best on-board blocks here and just hope for the best here.
So what's that? 12 damage? No, 13.
5/8 damage, right?
Oh yeah, if he doesn't block.
If he doesn't block, yeah.
Yeah,
So double blocking here, hoping Jake doesn't have anything. I think Jake has something.
Yeah, I would.
It feels like Jake has something.
In these colors? No.
No.
Couldn't
Just
be.
all 3 colors, 3 mana up.
Yeah.
A combat trick or an instant speed removal spell would be pretty annoying here
Yeah.
for Reid. Yep.
Oh,
Exhale of his own.
Nice.
So everything down takes 8 damage.
Yeah.
Puts
that's
Reid
rough.
down to 6. And the Exhale is probably the absolute worst card for Reid to have revealed. off of the adept.
The adept giveth, the adept taketh away information.
Yeah.
So the 3 playables in hand there for Jake.
All right.
The Rune Scale Stormbrood hits the board now. It's something.
Yeah, but this effigy is going to get in play again. We're just going to get another really big attack here, and Jake could easily have another trick or removal spell here. That might just do it, honestly, given that Reid's at 6.
Yeah.
Oh, he's tapping quickly.
Tippity-tappity-tip.
Yep, Stormplane Detainment.
Oof.
All right. Pumping the effigy, and that's lethal.
Jeez, all right.
Wow.
That was rough.
Yeah. Jake just had... I mean, Jake, it almost looks like Jake kind of has the deck Reid wishes he has in terms of mana curve. Jake was able to go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, which was really nice for him, or at least 1-drop into 3-drop. And, of course, being on the play, very, very important in this matchup.
Oh, yeah. He just put his foot on the gas and didn't let up. Alrighty, friends. Well, our players sideboard, if you have extra cards and you want to make some extra cash, well, do what I did and sell your cards to Star City Games. Go to sellyourcards.starcitygames.com, or you can do it at the next event that you're going to join us at, because you're great and awesome and cool, and it'll be nice to see you here, so come visit. And then put that towards the pre-order for the next set, which I think is Final Fantasy.
Yeah. I hear good things about that set, so you might need to load up on that one because that's going to be a highly desirable set for sure.
Absolutely. I think I got my pre-orders in.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, this set's probably going to be pretty good. Here we go. Game 2.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to miss.
Nah, I don't think so. That's the Embermouth Sentinel, I believe.
Did Jake change decks here on the draw?
Maybe.
Remember? I mean, I see a forest here. Yeah. He's looking like he's possibly just some kind of Abzan deck here.
Yeah, took out the red.
Hey, honestly, and I spoke about this before. Look, if you're an aggressive deck and you win game 1 and you're on the draw, that effigy on the draw is just not a particularly good card. So I do like the shift here. I actually love the shift here from Jake. Really heads up sideboarding here. Sideboarding into a slower, more mid-range deck here, it looks like.
I feel like Jake's had a few rounds with this format so far.
Yeah. Yep.
Sagu Pummeler is a big old 4/4
and Reid missed land drop number 3 here. Oh my goodness. Now there's a tap land, and this Reid needs to get off to a quick start. Otherwise, he really doesn't. It's really tough for him to beat mid-range decks if he's kind of behind.
Oof. All right. Oshi's Exhale taking care of the 4/4, so keeping that life total where it's at.
Okay, are we going to flurry?
Poised Practitioner.
Sure seems that way.
Tapping everything for
Maybe not.
Yeah, no. Are we going to Roost Seek? What's happening here, bud? No, what is that?
Oh, it's the, I think it's put a +1/+1 counter, draw card. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So how does the stacking work on this? Do you scry first? It looks like it. You scry first, and then the +1/+1 counter resolves. Then you draw the card. Then you shuffle that back in. Yeah, it's going to take a little time to get used to omens.
Yes, yeah.
So that thing has 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It is a 4/5.
Nice. It's pretty large.
It is large. And Reid already missed a land drop, then played a tap land. Hasn't really been able to get too much going. At least had some removal for Jake's plays. But Jake's got a 4/5 in play. Potentially a 6/7 with the Pummeler.
Delco and Pack Beast.
That's a Pack Beast, but I think Jake might be okay racing in this spot.
Yeah.
If he has literally nothing to do, then he can just put 2 +1/+1 counters. But he definitely has something to do. A siege here from Jake, probably the +1/+1 menace counters. Yeah, it sure seems that way.
And it's a Crotic Nest Guard, I think.
Yeah. So this is.
Oh Lord.
Oh right, it gets 2 counters, but because you flurried.
Oh yeah. It sure does.
So now this is going to be a 6/7 menace.
Good grief.
Wow. Red-white doesn't really block that very well. Did he not? Oh, did he choose the draw card functionality maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, when you put a counter on
yeah,
something, you get to draw a card.
That's the Hollow Merc one.
Right. That
yeah.
must be what he did, because especially because you have the pummeler in the graveyard too.
Yeah.
So going for the longer game plan here from Jake. Probably chose Sultai here on Hollow Merc Siege. Although, man, Abzan felt like it's pretty good here.
Abzan's nutty.
To be fair, they're both.
If you're winning, Abzan is nutty. If you're behind, then you want to get cards.
Right. Or if you're not sure, then Sultai might be where you want to be. Just get ahead on cards. You're going to just overwhelm your Boros opponent with just bigger creatures.
Yeah. And yeah, Boros typically has a hard time dealing with anything over 3 power and toughness.
Yeah, the Boros decks in general are just not going to be as good turn 7, 8 of the game.
At that point, your percentage to win is like 5%.
Right. This is still a big uphill battle here for Reid. Just not able to find a lands here. Just too much power in play on Jake's side. Reid can't even attack.
No.
Oh, next turn, though.
Next turn's going to be sweet.
Next turn, he can attack, but the pack beast is an 0-4. So
but you make even flying.
Right. I'm saying right now, the Crotek Nest Guard just brick walls it, so can't even attack this turn. Is that a Mardu devotee? Sure, I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we going to flurry again? Certainly could. One more spell here. Get another counter. Draw a card.
This thing is large.
Very large.
You know, you kind of think like of the practitioner as like filler. Oh, nice. Paying for the to turn on the attack mode of the spider.
3 mana to attack. Has the exhale, but doesn't even need it. Reid's creatures are terrible at blocking.
Yeah.
So I think Reid just takes 9, or chump blocks 5 damage with the devotee, I guess.
Yeah.
But this is 9, puts him down to 7. Won't be able to use the exhale, but you know what? The exhale on defense is also going to be fine. He was able to right now draw a total of 1 card off of the siege.
Yeah.
But could have put 2 counters. War effort here, maybe? 4 mana?
Yep. Is it enough, though? At this point, I don't think so.
It's a lot of damage. It is, but I still don't think it's enough. You get to make 4 flying tokens that attack.
Yeah.
So that's 8 damage. Then you have the 2/3 flyer. That's 10 damage. I mean, Jake's at 21, and remember, he still has an exhale in hand.
Yeah.
He's probably going to use the exhale on the 1/3 flyer, so that in future turns he doesn't have to worry about evasion from the tokens.
I mean, he doesn't even have to attack with a flyer, Reid. You could just attack with a pack beast, right? To get this a similar effect.
Yeah, but he's going to attack.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're a Boros deck. You got to just get in for some damage where
you
you
can.
Sideways. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if keeping another blocker back would be more helpful.
It's 4 tokens.
2,
yeah,
4,
he's just doing the math
8,
here.
9, 10, 11.
Probably, well, given, if you think you can kill your opponent back on the swing back, maybe you just exile the pack beast because that one can block, right? And next turn, you do have a lethal attack. If you can find a way to get the devotee off the battlefield, that's lethal. Actually, let's see. You use the exhale. How much mana does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7.
7. So if he has 8 lands, he can activate the Nest Guard and also activate the Pummeler, put it on his devotee, and that's a lethal attack no matter, even if Reid has a Mardu devotee to block with. So I do like killing the pack beast. Yeah, Jake's playing this well, sideboarding well, really just liking the lines that he's taking here.
Yep.
If Jake finds a land here, it is just over. He can just win the game next turn.
He's got a land in hand. I think he has his planes.
He has a planes in hand, but then that's it. Reid's tapped out.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
2 green sources. You got the Pummeler.
Yep.
The biggest creature is the 5/6 that's in play. You have to chump that, but you take 4 from the Nest Guard and 3 from the Mardu devotee.
Man. Reid did what he could, but missed lands. Couldn't find any of his gas.
Oh, doesn't have a land then.
Oh, he didn't have one. Huh. Could have sworn I saw a land in hand.
You could also lead with the Pummeler. And if you draw a land, you win on the spot, right?
Okay, yeah.
You can just put the counters on your creature, draw a card off your siege. Then if you draw the land, then you have the win right there.
what's that?
It's get you a land, but I don't think he's going to want to get a land on top.
Oh, that's the Embermouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Embermouth
but Reid only has a 1/3 in play. It's just not enough.
It's not gonna do it here, unfortunately, for Reid. Excellent play here by Jake. So kudos to him. Knew exactly what role he was playing in each of the games.
Right.
So.
And at least, you know, not every game is going to look like this, but this is kind of exactly how I envisioned games would look like when Reid plays against a mid-range deck.
Yeah.
Now, Reid stumbled. He needs to get just really great draws where he curves out, has the right removal on time. But if he stumbles, it's just so hard.
It is. So, not what we want to see here for Reid Duke.
Yep.
But that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And a big old swing here with everything should be enough to wrap it up.
Maybe an exhale.
Okay. Two little idiots.
2/1 chump blockers. Okay.
Frontline rush.
Yeah, but like, what are you still doing? They're just chump blocking. You can trade with the small creatures, I guess, but you have to let the devotee through. You have to block all the creatures on the left, or you die.
Yeah.
So unless Reid has another removal spell, so.
Yeah, and they are all 2 power at the moment, so they.
Yeah, so Reid goes down to 1, loses his entire board. Actually, you can. The 2/3 flyer rather can block the 2/1.
Yeah.
You chump the other 2 in the middle. The devotee on the right gets through. You go down to 1, and you still have the flyer in play. That's kind of what I imagine Reid is going to do. There's no double block scenario here, unless Reid has another removal spell in hand.
Yeah. An exhale or something.
With the drag, yeah. So this is the only block that he can make.
Okay, so Embermouth. Oh, okay.
Okay. Deal 3 damage.
Assault or maneuver, whatever it's called.
Yep.
Sweet.
Still down to 1. Yeah, I feel like had Jake chosen the +1/+1 menace effect, this game would not have been close.
Yeah, because then you have to chuck multiple things in front of something massive just to stave off the damage. So, what do we got, Reid?
A miracle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kitty.
That technically doesn't put you dead.
It's a 5/2.
Okay.
2 blockers, 2 critters.
5, 6, 7 power with the double block here. I wonder if Jake is considering the pummeler in the yard or if he's forgotten about it. It's very easy to forget about that, by the way. There's just so much to keep track of in these games.
So what's the sub? You're just +2/+2?
5 mana to put 2 +1/+1 counters and a reach counter on a creature. With the siege in play, you would also draw a card because you're putting the counters on a thing.
Yeah.
So we're just going to double block here and just hope. All right. Double block.
Man.
And,
Wait,
I mean.
Did he not attack with the little guy?
Oh, didn't.
Okay.
Oh, double spell.
Oh.
Okay. That's just more. That's just more chump blockers here. Oh, and I think that does it here. That was a removal. Was that the dragon that killed something? I think it was.
The Stormbird?
Yeah.
Dropped a Stormbird?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Whee! That's going to do it. Alrighty. So I thought Reid was getting mounting a comeback there. It looked pretty good so far, but then nope. Removal spells will get you dead there. So GG to Jake, picking up a win there against one of our heroes for the weekend, Reid Duke. But a pretty tough spot to be in for Reid, nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't know that his seal just has the power.
Yeah.
Reid's obviously an all-timer, great player, but he's got a really, really big uphill battle with the deck that he submitted for this event. It's going to be tough, but you know what? He just didn't have the mana to support a good multicolor deck, and that's the thing. You need all of the things to align to have a good seal deck. You need good mana, good bombs, and removal, and if you just don't get all 3 of those to align, it's going to be hard to get 6 wins in this field.